What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd and I am back with some more Age Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Hades. His name is Magic. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Kimo. The map is Marsh. And we are basically stalking Magic's profile in order to find good games, and especially between Kimo and Magic. And as you can see from the scoreboard, we're taking a little running tally for the win-loss column between Magic and Kimo, because I find it personally amusing to watch one of the greatest of all time showing us how it's done, and reminding everyone not to have gigantic heads, because someone better than you always exists. And I'm sure Magic would agree with me that there are people who could come into this game and even best him who don't play anymore. So here we go. We're gonna be watching some more of these Magic Kimo games. Hope you guys are gonna enjoy them. I've talked to Kimo about why he's playing Oranos against Magic here, and he said that there's a rule in which you can't play the same god on two different accounts. So his top one account, I think it's M Phoenix or something, is his Ra account. So he plays Ra on that one, and on this account on Kimo he plays Oranos, so as to abide by the rules that Chrono JJ put into place, so that you don't have too many Smurfs sitting in the top of the ladder, or too many different, or too many of the same account being in the top 20, basically. And Magic is a random god player, so he can play any god, and it's totally fine. So we'll be waiting for Magic to maybe get his points a little bit higher, so Kimo will play him on his top account, I think, or he'll just sit on this Kimo account and play as long as possible. And Magic's Hades as well. This is super exciting. Hades is one of those gods that people have kind of slept on for quite a while, and I think we find that Hades is a secret strong god. Like, it's secretly really, really strong. So who knows, man? Who knows? I think Magic's going to show us how it's done. I like to see early temples in this matchup. Like around about now, you chuck it up when you got the resources to, and you get out an early Ajax so that you have it at like 3:30. So you can send it forward and you can harass, or you can grab one of these relics. Boots of Kick Everything, which is of course a great relic. We've got Kopesh of Horus, again fantastic for Hades against Oranos, against the Prometheans. I've got the Ship of Fingernails. There's so many good relics there, and the Tail of Cerberus, not the best, but you can only do what you can do. Now, Kimo is looking like he's playing very standard here. Temple coming up, last villager coming down. You can see he puts that temple up. I think it may have been a little bit late. I think it's not going to matter, or maybe it will matter. It'll be close. Temple should come up. He put it up at 50%, so it should be fine. I think the build time on the temple is only 30 seconds for Atlantean, so it should come up just as the villager spawns, and then he will be just about, and then he'll be going through Prometheus a touch late, but not going to be too much of an issue. We do see Ajax coming forward. We're going to see him start cleaning up those relics. And that will be it. More villagers have to be built. It's going to be a bit of a later advance time. I think maybe Magic has a touch too much gold here. Like you basically only need to get 100 gold in the, or sorry, 200 or 150 gold in the Archaic Age as Greek, if you're not getting any other upgrades. And you can see he hasn't gotten Husbandry, and he hasn't gotten Pickaxe, and he hasn't gotten Hand Axe. So it seems to me as though he could have gone a touch faster, gotten Ajax out a bit earlier. Ship of Fingernails comes in a bit earlier as well, gets a little bit more resources from that. And then he can clean up another couple of relics as well, because he definitely wants to get up onto either one of these relics is fine. We'll see which one he actually chooses. It's probably going to go for the Boots to Kick Everything, but that's really important. So Kimo hits the classical edge through Prometheus. We're going to see the bags get thrown down. We're going to see the counter bags get thrown down. Magic runs into the base immediately to see what he's up against. Make sure that nothing is too crazy going on here. Magic, on the other hand, going through Ares here. Normally we've been seeing... we just gone for Copesha Forest. Okay. Normally we've been seeing Athena in this matchup, but I think this Ares is totally fine as well. We're going to see a 2-town center Ares here. Cast... he gets the Pestilence on everything. That's actually huge. When you think about it, Oranos is like strongest point in the game is we waste shockwave as well. This delays the villagers by 2 seconds-ish. And that's not going to matter in the slightest. But as I was saying, when you think about Oranos, most people think about... Sorry, let's start again. Most people think about Ares as a rushing god. But it doesn't have to be. Pestilence is a minute of no production, which means you can get away with a lot if you just cancel their production straight away. And then on top of that, Oranos is a super aggressive god and wants to get those early units out. And you can see Kimo, he's forced to go second town center here at 6 minutes. He's just forced to do it because he can't build units. And now he starts building the units and it's going to be a tough time for him. Archery range coming up for Magic now. Needs to be careful not to go too heavy on the Toxotes, but he can just sit underneath Town Center Fire for ages now and just kind of boom here and be totally fine. He's got the Chiron out and the Ajax. I could have just imagined if he'd figured out a way to also get Chiron out while getting this this Town Center up. Pestilence could have been huge, and the Chiron and the Ajax could have been in the base of Kimo, completely dismantling it. This strategy is insane. If you can get out the extra 200 favor, that is. But here we go. Kimo making a move in. Cyclops trying to pick up the Murmillo, but Kimo runs away with that nice and quick smart. Very good, very good. But Magic is so far ahead right now in 2 town centers. I mean, Kimo will probably catch up fairly fast just because of Oranos' economy. But just the fact that Magic is a touch ahead on the economy this early in the game, it's going to be really, really big. And Kimo darting back and forth. So I haven't picked up the Tail of Cerberus. Now that you have the Cyclops, maybe it's worth it to grab it. Don't know. Also going for Hoplite here is Hades. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Hoplite do basically trade 1-for-1 against the Murmillo. But then your Toxotes help kill the Murmillo even more. And then the Hoplite will be able to just rinse the Terma. But the Terma can basically one-bang the Toxotes if they can get 4. I think it's 3 Javelin hits on a Toxotes kills it from a medium Terma. But they don't always one-hit them. Like, they don't always hit. So you just get 4 Terma to attack a Toxotes, basically. Going off the Water Buffalo in the middle of the map. Feels good. Magic spamming those villages. Kimo gets his town center up. Might be an idea for, yeah, I was going to say, it might be an idea for Kimo to just rush this 3 town centers. No other god can do this. Look at this. Kimo is at 80 pop. He's spamming out Terma. He's cut his Murmillo, but he's still producing from 2 town centers and building a 3rd town center. No other god can do this. This is just crazy from Oranos, from the Atlantean gods. And maybe Magic's going to sniff this out and go for his own 3rd town center. Or Magic might, I mean, he could just stay 2 town centers and go Heroic Age here, go Mythic Age, and have a really, really strong Mythic Age timing with a really strong economy. Could be the vibe. So, but a little bit of downtime here. Kimo can't really do any damage. Which is sort of why we haven't seen, him do any damage, I guess. I'm not building too many military units going for this 3rd town center. Kimo casts the Valor. Always utilizing that Valor onto a citizen. Always very good. Still has about... Oh, he's got 8 of those units. And Magic's got 7. So 7 Hoplite to 7 Murmillo is really actually kind of perfect for Kimo here. So his iron composition is really good. But it is going to be 3 town centers to 2 town centers now. Magic's just going to be chilling in the back here. Finish off those boars. He does have a crown crane, crocodile over here, but I feel like Magic's going to have to fight for this water buffalo. Surely Kimo tries to force it here. The other thing that we haven't talked about, which is kind of a bonus for Ares over what do you call it? Over Athena, is this upgrade right here. What's it called? The Phobos Spear of Panic and Sarissa. Both really good relics, but we're seeing, I think, I'm not sure what he's spending his favor on, because I swear he had a bunch of favor. Maybe, oh, he's got no villages on this. But they're really strong technologies, and they basically make this really good for the Hades player, or for the hoplite situation. We see Caraballister coming out just to spray. One Caraballister is not that big of an issue here, but Kimo is deciding not to go in here. Not sure what the issue is there, but I think Kimo should be trying to force a fight here now that he's up on the population. Anyways, Magic moving forward, moving back, jockeying, doing all that good stuff. Kimo, on the other hand, looking like he's going to gear up to the heroic age. And Magic should be going to his own heroic age as well. Yeah, I hate to see that shockwave hitting everything. But it's fine, I guess. The Toxotes all moved away from the Terma. The Hoplite all moved into the army, so he has to sort of fight. He can't really retreat away from here. The Mimillo pulling the Toxotes in, and now Kimo can micro onto those Toxotes here. Magic pumping out. He's starting to get some of those Hippocon here. This Cyclops making his way towards the Caraballister, trying to pick up some of those units. Going to pick off that Mimillo there. The Hero Terma on top of the Cyclops, but Kimo's army just gets completely rinsed here, and Magic is on 120 pop to Kimo's 130 pop. Still no heroic age coming up for Kimo. Magic, on the other hand, going through Aphrodite, completely standard there. Chucking 2 villagers over onto favor to start making those, potentially make those Nemean Lions, or get some of those special upgrades for the Hoplite. Or even he can get upgrades for his Toxotes. But he didn't go Apollo, which makes me a little bit sad. Whenever I see Ares, it's like the dream Hades comp. So Hades, Ares, Apollo, Artemis, and then your Toxotes have like +3 attack over a normal Toxotes with full upgrades. It's really fun. They're super Toxotes. See another Valor coming down, and obviously Kimo going through Hyperion here. Hyperion is a necessity against Greek because of, maybe not Zeus so much, because Manticore you can deal with, and Hydra don't normally see getting spammed because food's so hard to come by. But against Hades and against Poseidon, Nemean Lions are a real pest to deal with as Oranos. We're going to see him moving in here, and hopefully he doesn't cast Chaos straight away on this Cyclops, because like it's a low HP Cyclops. You've got to kind of snipe the Cyclops and then and see what you can do. We are going to be grabbing this town center. Chaos does get used on the Nemean Lion, so the Nemean Lion going to prevent this town center for the time being. Magic going to be chasing these Caraballister around, and Magic looks like he's probably going straight to the Mythic Age here, to be honest. Nice raid coming in for Kimo here on this gold mine, but it's only 4 Termas, so it's not going to be that much damage, but does prevent the market for a little bit here. This villager is going to be running away. Magic not dealing with that one, getting the villagers off the gold mine to hit these Terma. Can now grab the market if he so chooses, can start building that one up. But the Terma going to be retreating away. Nemean Lion getting picked off by the Chiron. Town Center now coming back up while this is happening. So Magic's got 2k gold in the bank. He's not grabbing Cast Curse, so he's going to force Kimo out, but not grabbing Fortified Town Centers just yet. Going to be buying his way towards the Mythic Age, going through Artemis. Probably going to start getting Fortified Town Centers, and everything else is chopped through this entire wood here, moving to the next location. And Magic's in a really good position now because he can just cast his Earthquake down onto Magic, and Kimo going through Hecate, both going through gods at exactly the same time. Insane that Magic has been able to keep up with the Magic's been able to keep up with the teching of Kimo, even though Kimo's 3 town centers. Does that make sense? Because he only has to build, he builds 15 less units, or population of units, which is about 8 units. Trying to do the quick math, 90 times 8, we have 810 resources you don't have to build basically in Hoplite. Sorry, is that right? Yeah, I think it's 810. My math is so bad, so I give up already. He does pick off the Cyclops with the Satyr though. The Satyr should get taken down or something there. Going to be retreating away. Palace building up the destroyers. Okay, just about to come through the terminal in here. You can actually use his Tartarian Gate in this location to prevent this gold mine from being gathered, but it's probably not a good use. Terma idle a little bit, looking for somewhere to place this this Tartarian Gate, and now Magic is just going to retreat. I feel like he's happy to just let Kimo make an attack. He's only got 5 medium destroyers, so we'll see what he can do here. The Terma running around. Artemis comes through, so he can even just Artemis the Tartarian Gate straight away if he so chooses. But generally speaking, not the best idea. Going to be using that Chiron to be moving forward, picking off these Terma before the Tartarian Gate comes down. So coming down to the bottom side of the map here, probably looking to cast his gate on this location here. And we're seeing the archery range going down here, making a move towards the fortified town center. These medium destroyers doing their thing, putting the Tartarian Gate right on top of the Hades town center. Ugh. You hate to see it. There's so many villages here as well. There is a shockwave that can be used to delay this and let the Tartarian spawns come out, but fortified town center does 20.4 damage as opposed to a normal town center, which is like 16.2, and a Hades town center and a normal town center, which is just 20. Wait, is that right? 12 damage normally, so it's plus 8. Hades town centers do plus 8 damage, which is huge. And we've also got a fortress here, also getting the plus 8 damage. So these units can be picked off really fast. We're seeing the Toxotes trying to jump into the army here, just going to be trapping these units. The destroyers getting picked off. Kimo having to retreat here. And then this Tartarian Gate just about picked off. Lots of villages did fall, but Achilles and Ajax here to clean up the rest of these Tartarian spawns. Nice job by Magic surviving that. He's still got his own Artemis left here. His own Earthquake to play with. So we'll see where he decides to use that one and what he does with that, how much success he has. Destroyers moving in, going to start soaking up a lot of this damage. These Toxotes, only medium Toxotes, but they basically do just under the same amount of damage as these Arcus. And the Arcus have bronze weapons, and I'm sure Magic has no armor upgrades because he is Greek, and Greek does struggle with that. But Chimera coming out now, there is Chaos just about to come up. You hate to see it. He's going to use that one instantly here, and Magic is going to lose that Chimera and actually have to fight it now. Even getting some Fanatics out, another Chimera coming through. There are no heroes in this location as well, so this Chimera is going to be a bit of an issue for him. But I guess he could just run around. The Chimera is not very smart. The AI is not very smart. And do see Magic trying to micro his Toxodia away from the Chimera. Now we've got the heroes coming through, and Earthquake comes down. It picks off only one building, almost picks off the military barracks, almost picks off the other palace, but that's not what you want to see. Earthquake are really not coming in clutch here. Too many military buildings there. You kind of want to use it on something that's a little bit more bare, a little bit more barren here. But now Magic is kind of stabilized, if not stabilized, and we're going to be seeing late game Hades coming into late game Oranos, and we all know that Hades has got one of the strongest straight up late games that you can have. And not only that, we've also got, as we said earlier, the Ares and the Artemis. We don't have Apollo, so no super Toxotes, but just the fact that we have some almost super Toxotes is going to be a real issue for Kimo to deal with, especially because he's trying to match Toxotes with Arcus here. We'll see if that matters or not. But now the Chimera going to come in. If he can get a burn on this, this is going to be so. Oh, he turned around. Oh, if he actually did that on this ball of Arcus here, it would have been absolutely huge. Even got the Perseus in here. You see that? Oh, that damage is so juicy. Tries to get the Garrison micro in there to dodge the fire of the Chimera, but does not quite get there in time. And now I think Magic's just happy to take these trades here and keep producing villages, start a trade route, which he's doing. Needs to get that market into the corner to get peak efficiency. But that's pretty huge right now. We do see the Medusa of Perseus, Medusa head of Perseus, picking off that what do you call it, Lampade. And now Kimo going for the Secrets of the Titans. Wants to get that Titan Gate out in order to clutch a victory here because he realizes he can't really push into this magic army. Now we've got the Chimera looking to roast some villagers. I don't know if they use their special on citizens. A lot of the time the citizens are immune to specials, but sometimes they're not. I'm not sure if I'm quite correct on that or not. So I'm going to see the Chimera. They do spot the gold villagers here, but he's looking for someone else. Maybe going to jump onto the farm villages, pick off some farms or something like that. And we're still having these fights here. Still magic without heavy Toxotes. But Toxotes come in heavy now. So it's 8.45 damage versus 8.4 damage. And these are bronze weapons versus no weapons. Chimera do force the citizens into the town center. Now making a move onto this town center. Looking for some more villager roasts. Going to be moving through here, but not stopping. It looks like he's going for this gold mine or something while this attack's coming through. We do see the watchtower is up for Kimo, so he's trying to maintain this position here. But Heliopoli coming in now. Feels good, man. Going to be dealing some damage to that watchtower. There are a couple of fanatics to help out here. Even doing some Hippocon. Not sure if the Hippocon are worth it. You want to kind of just go hoplite, but the Chimera getting chased down by Terma here. Hero Terma going to be dealing some damage. Now Titan Gate has come through. Synchronized how happened. Magic now going for his own Secrets of the Titan. So it's going to be chasing that. So this is basically just going to be a 1-for-1 if both Titans come up, and should be a fairly even trade. Titan Gate comes down right next to the town center. No surprises there. Maybe the Chimera can sneak back in. He's a pretty fast unit. 5.3 speed, but I feel like the Terma will be able to clean... No, the Terma won't be able to clean him up. Going to be trying to block this, and there we go. See the fire attack of the Chimera does do some damage over here, but he will be falling. And now Heliopoli going to start pushing through this location. The citizen just chilling on the gold mine. Could use him to pick off the rest of this Heliopoli. And now the Arcus are focusing him down. Hate to see that. You really don't want to be focusing down a building, which is what a Heliopoli are with your Arcus. Chimera does fall there, and the Titan Gate's going to be going up really fast. So we'll see what Magic decides to do. He's got a lot of gold income here. 42 villages on gold, but if it's worth it to just grab all these villages and try and chase the Titan Gate like that, or where he's going to try and do that one. So he has to chuck it down pretty much instantly and chase it. You kind of have about, I think roughly, if your opponent's at 40%, it's kind of the latest you can put it down without having to do some micro on your villages or on your camel caravans. And going to be getting this this Titan Gate up. Magic's got no wood income coming in, so that's super interesting. Getting some Peltast out as well, but when Peltast come out, Destroyers come out, and Destroyers just soak these Peltast up. They only do 3.9 damage, and still no upgrades for Magic, but Magic's making a push through now. He's still got the Heliopoli, got some Contarios coming out. Love seeing those units, really bulky guys, 148 HP. They do counter this army very nicely as well. So we'll see if that happens or not. Heliopoli taking down more palace here. Some villagers looking for maybe a sky passage over here. He gets a sky passage, you can sneak it in. Run around this way, sky passage right here. Go for the Titan Gate. Could be an option. But Kimo maybe not aware of that. That he could do that. Now he's got it scouted. Go here, go around. Oh, he's going to put the sky passage here. It's a little bit too far away. But you can still make a bolt for it, which could be huge, but we'll see. Sometimes it's actually even possible for Hades to just straight up beat the Titan without losing too much as well. So even if you stop the Titan Gate of Hades, it may not be enough. And now Kimo's getting this sky passage up. Getting the Titan up, and Magic's actually got more villages on his Titan Gate than Kimo does, or more population on his Titan Gate than Kimo does, so it's catching up quite fast. So he'll be able to meet in the middle of the map instead of somewhere else and not get slowed down or anything else. So that's going to be really huge. Still got that hero citizen doing their stuff on the back end. Magic's micro is insane. He's just continuing to throw javelins and pick off Arcus left, right, and center. And now the palace goes down just about. There it goes. And Magic going to keep pushing in, and is just about caught up to Kimo on the Titan Rush. losing buildings and Kimo's losing ground here. So even if he trades 1-for-1 with the Titan now with Kimo, he's just got no gold income. He's got no real room to play in this game. He's sitting at 121 population here. The Magic's 160, and Magic's just not losing units. Still beating those high pacifists as well. Those unupgraded pacifists. It's just insane. And Magic's just superior army here. Well, population. Moving in is just destroying Kimo at this point. There's the Titan for Kimo. There's the Titan for Magic, getting his villagers back to work immediately. We send those forward to greet each other. Absolutely wild. Villagers running over onto this storehouse now, grabbing this forest, and I think Titans should just meet in this area here and just say, all right, GG. We're both dead. Or you could just gentlemen delete them, but Kimo going to try and get a little bit of value out of this, but that may allow Magic's Titan to win by a little bit, especially because this Heliopolis do the most damage out of anything to a Titan because of the way damage calculation works, and the fact that the Titan's got such high pierce armor, or such high armor. So it's pretty weird how it works. I'm not exactly sure how to explain it, but basically Heliopoli deal the most damage. So they shoot so many projectiles and we'll be picking them off, and Kimo's trying to run away from the Titan. It's not what you want to do, because then you'll just let him get the first hit on you or something, and even if they fight here, we're down 300 HP, which is like one hit, so that's going to be big. And Kimo attacks the ground units first instead of the Titan, and Kimo's going to tap out instantly as that happens. That's so bad. That's kind of what happened with Joe, except Joe was just not microing his Titan at all. So GG, well played by Magic. I like this strategy from Magic. Rush Town Center, Ares, Pestilence the base so that he has no units, and then you stay 2 Town Centers in and rush Heroic Age. Grab 3rd Town Center and you should be able to catch the Mythic Age of Mythic Speed of the Atlantean as well, so you're just not behind on tech at all. You are behind on armory tech, because Kimo had armory ups, but you got the Hades army, so you basically get free copper weapons on your archers, which is huge, and then you get not even free copper weapons. I'm not sure what it is. How much does it give you? Plus 1.9 pierce damage. Maybe I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Well, Magic gets another win, going up to 4. If you enjoyed this game, I would love you to give us a follow or a like on the old YouTube channel. We'll get the next game going real shortly.